These tomatoes, these are short-term crops, India.
Yeah. No. But well taken care of, you can harvest for even 9 months. That's most of the year.
I still have a thing. He's away. You started the greenhouse. Kwanza, how was the old man respectful?
Not at all. Not at all.
Absolutely. Because
not all.
The things I know with Africans and culture, there's a lot of sana on the male side of the relationships with the in-laws. Okay, let me not say on the male side of relationship with in-laws. Relationship with in-laws in African cultures, sijui kwa nini zinakuanga na so much boundaries and rules and principles and taboos and sijui nini. Kama kuna vitu nimesikia, mother-in-law afai kuja kukutembelea, hiyo side on my side.
Yeah.
Sijui father-in-law afai kuongelesha daughter-in-law directly. How much of that did you have to deal with? Like, okay, let me say, what cultural practices that you know of, ya wakale, did you anticipate for, like sasa umebaki kwa boma, your father-in-law? What cultural principles, some rules were in play? Of course,
sorry?
I'm sure he broke out all of them.
Yeah.
That's how you can shoot.
Yeah.
The cultural expectations of society, of how you relate to the father-in-law, the absence of the husband.
Yeah. I used to, I grew up seeing my uncles and their wives relating to my granddad, so I used to expect the same sort of relationship. There was always a boundary. There was never really, it wasn't an open relationship like, oh, I'm very, how are you? Yes, there was that just saying hi, but at a story, mingi, no. And if there was anything to discuss, there was a channel. Like, you don't just go to your grandfather, sorry. You don't just go to your father-in-law or your father-in-law comes directly to you, no.
Yes,
there was always a chain of process.
Like if you wanted to tell him anything, you go through his son.
Yes. And if he wants to say anything, he'd go through his wife or his son.
Oh, yeah, or his wife,
Yes. So there was always that sense of boundary, which is what I also expected. Yeah.
What does Boger mean? Is it specific to a certain gender?
Yeah. The mother-in-law calls
the
son-in-law, yeah.
Oh, so it's the only thing I know.
Yes, that means my son-in-law.
Okay, so what name is he, father-in-law, is he supposed to call you? Like respectfully, unajua?
Oh, the like kale name.
Hakuiti Maya?
No, hata ataikani aniite hivyo. Jua hata mimi sikuwa natakana nimuite like his actual name or something like that. I'd say father or dad. That is what is expected. And him addressing me would be, he used to, sometimes he'd say Maya. Sometimes he'd mention my name, or he's supposed to call me Mama so-and-so.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. Yes, Mama so-and-so.
Normally the best title after you.
Yes, if you're a mom, you're Mama so-and-so. So that's what it's supposed to be. Mama so-and-so.
All my friends have known all that time. When they started becoming parents,
Mama, Baba.
Mama Tawi, Mama Kibla.
Yes.
You know, it's respectful, Mama.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to be.
You know, I'm trying to find out more on this because the show of respect starts with how someone addresses.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get to it. Like the incidences, some of the busts. What is the worst he's ever called you?
Oh, for him, he was very vocal with his insults. He'd call me Michinga. He'd say, and he'd always call me, like, abusing me. But then calling me or naming me, he used to like this saying kuonyi.
What?
Kuonyi, like we mwanamuke. That's how he used to address me, we mwanamuke.
You know, I'm laughing. Nimesikia jina kwa song fulani. The name itself sounds something not nice.
It's not nice.
Mwanamke.
Not just mwanamuke, but we mwanamuke. We mwanamuke.
It's demeaning.
It's demeaning. We don't go calling people we mwanamuke kuonyi.
So what I wanted is, I want you guys to actually have a picture of your setting. Then you can start the tomato jani. So tumeshajua.
Yeah.
Mbuyu.
Oh, and when I was still alone, when he was in rehab, I used to have I had started some projects at home, but with the brother. Like his brother was in the note. Like I'd talk to him first before doing anything, because you know, at the end of the day, you see shamba yangu. Yeah, and then I wouldn't want to do something that would cause friction. Yeah. So yes, so I always used to tell his brother everything. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is what. Yeah, but all those buildings and structures, yeah, tank, like anything I'd wanted to do, even fence the greenhouse, and it always brought issues with the old man. He'd say, "Hu mwanamke si yeye ndo anapanga vitu," and I'm like, "This is my compound. Why wouldn't I not?" And I've already talked to his brother. So what's the issue?
So you'd rather sit?
He'd come and stop whatever is going on and tell those people leave.
Whoa.
She's not the one who is deciding what is going on.
He was objecting to you
anything and everything. Yes.
Why?
He'd say it is not my land, that it's his.
You're married there.
I know. And that was actually my compound, like outside my house. Not his part, but my house.
You were supposed to sit for 3 months.
No, I was supposed to ask him for permission, apparently.
Him or your husband?
I know, which is why I was passing the thing, all those through the brother, because my husband was not there, so I'd talk to his brother. And then whenever we'd communicate, I'd let him know what I was doing at home, and he was like, "It's okay." But their dad always had an issue. Anything I'd do, "No, stop, tokeni hapo." And then
oh, that's now
this woman is not the one who is deciding things to what is to be done. Yeah.
What was his wife, let's say mother-in-law, doing?
In what sense?
In terms of you're trying to do something na mpua stop. Bibi yake alikuwa anafanya kitu?
She used to sell chapati and tea.
Okay, okay hapo. Bona. Sasa. How okay, of course he's old. How was he physically? He could walk, he could move around.
Yeah.
How much time did you spend for compound? Ama ipi alikuwa anamkanga aenda njaro zake anarudi?
No, he was always.
So he
around.
was always with you.
Yes, he was.
So just imagine
he was always, yes. And you know this thing about contempt, something. Familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
Familiarity breeds contempt. If there's any advice I'd give my daughters, and I always tell my cousins this too, my younger cousins, my friends, I always tell them not to live with in-laws. Not. Just don't live anywhere walking distance with in-laws. Just don't. Yeah. No matter how good they are, don't. That is a recipe for disaster.
It is a recipe for disaster because it gets to a point. It's like sasa from the boys side. Tumekoa sisi wote.
We own you.
We own you. What we say counts. Pako unapata hata, okay, for instance, umeolewa, yes, alafu your husband has siblings, sister kake kadogo far much younger than you, but she can't respect you.
Yeah.
So umekuja kwetu. Tumelipa mahali kwenu. Tuko na mashida.
Hapa si kwenu. Washanga hapa si kwenu aje, and you're already a member of the family. Hapo ni kwetu because I'm there.
I don't know, ni generation yetu imedeteriorate ama ni nini mbaya? Because I never used to hear of this BS about our parents and our grandparents.
I don't.
Ama ni culture.
Probably the culture, and yeah, it's back then. Again, social media. Digital age. Information age. Yeah, so back then, our moms, our grandmothers, they were very oppressed, and they couldn't say anything because whenever there was an issue, it's the wazes who were called to decide.
And of course, the wazes will decide with them.
Of course, we live in a patriarchy system. Kenya is largely patriarchy based, so they'll always choose or side with the man because they say he's the provider, he's the protector, he's the everything. So you're supposed to be helping him, not working with him or him bowing down to you. So for our mothers, for our grandmothers, they didn't have this outlet where, you know, you're like, hey, we are nifanya nisi ninaenda. You know, they didn't have that, and it was somehow embarrassing to walk out of your. Yeah. It was an embarrassment. Unatoka unaenda wapi? Na unatoka kwa nini when everyone else anavumilia? Yes. Back then, I think our mothers they were oppressed. I don't think most of them were happy. Our great grandmothers, our grandmothers, I don't think they were happy. I truly don't. I don't think they were happy.
Then I can actually say the changes that are coming with technology and time are really helping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine. Let's look at a scenario whereby someone is married. Yes. Now look, tuangalie huko nyuma once upon a time. You know, talking is also therapy.
Yes.
Alafu what you have to talk to your sister about the things you're going through with your husband.
Yes.
Unaandika barua. Unamwandikia barua, unatuma, aende asome.
Na hiyo si instant.
Aelewe what you're going through. Anza kukatia bwana yake ati I need to go visit my sister. Kwanza uniruhusa unaomba.
Yeah, ndio. Unaenda aje
hivyo tu. Umeolewa, unaenda kwa sister yako kufanya nini? Umeolewa. Like ndio ieleweki. Ama ndio kutumia barua kumbe sasa tutaona December kwa madhe tuongee.
Ati.
Ndio mungoje paka December muende muongee. Alafu surprise to you, she's going through worse than you. That was the culture way back and for all that time.
And women kept quiet about it.
Of course they did.
Women kept quiet about a lot. They kept, if now we're in this work times and women are still going through a lot. Now imagine back then when they were severely oppressed. Imagine just how much generational hurt and and things have been passed down.
I would want to say it's worsening because the men, the men of this time and age, they may just say the men are stupid because of the same trash that goes on in social media.
I do not object.
Yeah. There's so much content on how men are supposed to deal with women.
Yeah.
Because men are so scared of empowered women.
Yes.
Fact.
Yeah, fact.
So basically, to kila kitu escalate. Yes, there's a voice now, there's a platform, people can talk about these things.
Yeah.
But then the men of this day are not the same men what them days.
Yeah.
Tunaweza sema the men what them days, like the part where you say that kitu kifanyika, the elders.
Yeah.
When niambia kuhusu elders
saizi hakuna. No one is governing all this.
Yeah.
People just running wild. And women and children are paying for this wildness.
Sasa turudi kwa hizo nyanya zako smart. You understood uko unaishi wapi na unaishi aje.
Yeah.
Of course there's a structure. It had to be something. It had to. You did the tomatoes in the greenhouse?
Yeah, in the greenhouse.
The greenhouse was already there, it was already set.
Yeah, it was already there.
Okay. So uka set up tunyanya twako to smart. kept you going. Then you came back. Now you're planning things.
Yeah.
How much of ideas, innovation, muscle, knowledge did he bring in?
Probably 80%.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, 80%.
While he was at Asumbi, did you tell him you're doing tomatoes?
Yeah, he knew.
Oh, he knew?
Yeah, he knew.
Alisemaje?
Wait, no? Oh, no, he knew. Yeah, he knew.
He knew.
Yeah, I thought I had started before he left. No, I started when he was in there.
Okay. But he liked the idea?
Yeah, he knew because he had planted tomatoes by himself before, so he knew the process. Yeah.
Let's talk about his input now. This 1 year of bliss.
Yeah.
What angle was it? Was this on the same greenhouse? Ama mukanua ng'ombe za maziwa na kondoza uzi. What did you get into? As now you, as a couple?
I don't know. Maybe let's not get into that, but we got into the greenhouse. There were some other stuffs on the side, so we had a not sufficient, but we had a flow of income. Yeah, and he was still getting his side deals. He was doing stuff. I always say alcoholics know how to look for money.
Yeah.
Recovering alcoholics still know how to look for money. Yes, huwezi kosa. Yeah, so I'm more of the managing person and he's more of the ideas and the muscle. So I was the one who was running things and he was starting and yeah.
Now,
Vitu kama hizo.
I have there's a part of the story I'm looking at reaching to. How much detail of the story are we going to cover about this greenhouse up to the point where something happened to it?
Oh! We will talk about it. Is
it part of this 1 year?
Yeah.
Kind of.
It was actually in March, my daughter's birthday. On the day of my daughter's birthday. This was he got out in October, so March. This is barely 6 months after he's out. The old man slashed the greenhouses when we had gone to my mom's for my daughter's birthday party. He slashed and burnt some pieces, some parts. The tomatoes were still inside. Yeah. Napanga.
Like shwa kisamurai. How much had you collectively invested time
in the greenhouses? No, when I moved into that home, the greenhouses had already been set up, so we didn't really. Him and I, we didn't set the greenhouse up. Zilikuwa. Yeah, but the tomatoes, we used to work on them every day. Even before we went for the birthday party, we were in the greenhouse feeding and checking on insects and inspecting everything. We were there in the morning. We'd be there in the morning, like from 6:30 till 7, because there's some insects you can't see during the day. Yeah, in the morning that's when they come out to eat. So that is when during the day it's hot, so they have to be hiding somewhere. So in the morning, that is when we check on them, at noon and in the evening, watering, spraying, all those things. So we were always there every day.
So now he's back. You're now a team.
Yeah.
Reference fadhi imepunguka.
No, but bado ilikuwa constant. Interference was constant. It was a constant thing.
How was husband reacting? How alikuwa na deal aje na hiyo?
He used to know how to handle his dad, but at the same time it used to stress him. You know how your own family can say something and then it takusumbua, you're like, and if someone says it, you're like, huyo nani? Who is that person to me?
Your dad, unajua?
Yeah.
Like, huwezi mchapa, huwezi toroka, it's your dad.
Yes.
So it used to weigh him down.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay. How did he console you? Like, let's say, father amekuja akasema kitu, akamhandle. Then he comes back to the house. Anakuambia aje, wachana na father.
Yeah. Yeah. I was always being told achana he's old. Achana he's old. Ni mzee, achana.
Ukizeka unakuwa
unasumbuana.
Wazimu.
And for me, I didn't used to have a back and forth with him. You know that thing about getting in the mud. Yeah, so akikuja, I'm like, akinipata kwa nyuma hata kwanza maneno, I'd get in and close the door. I was like, sitaki story mingi.
The incident of almost kuchapwa coffee ukablock. You told him?
Yes, I did.
How did he respond?
He couldn't do anything. That was the time he was in rehab.
Basa after amekuja?
He didn't do anything
you told
about
him when
it.
He was still there?
Yeah, it happened when he was in rehab. Yeah.
Any more developments apart from the tomatoes?
Yes, other things. Yes.
What else happened in this 1 year of bliss?
2018.
Before the cracks started.
I got pregnant, and then I miscarried.
Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Goja. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never talked about it. Yeah, that happened, and then 2018, and then he got back to that whole texting females thing.
Hold it right there. Can I take you back to the miscarriage, kidogo?
Okay.
Reason? Like something caused it? Anxiety,
I don't know.
Stress? Because najuanga tu. I've had someone say pressure ya job. Actually, I mean, in fact, mtu alikuwa anafikia ananyesha. Akambo, mtoto. So you didn't?
That was in May. No, we were already going through issues. Like him and I, we were not truly okay, and then his dad pia alikuwa anasumbuana. It was just a lot.
So you didn't really get into it, like ulijua kabisa this is what happened?
And I knew my due date. Or whatever happened to cause the miscarriage. I don't know what exactly happened. It just happened. That was in May. Not May. Tumefika May.
How much time are we into this one? Halfway?
Halfway. We started with that texting women, entertaining women.
Ikaanza tu hivyo.
Yeah, I think he's always just had it. It's those things he does not fight. It's like the iko tu, flirting with women, chatting with women. He'd wake up at 6 a.m, regular time. He's there chatting with women. Good morning, beautiful. I'm like, why are you calling females beautiful? What is this? Yani unaamka ndo uanze kuchat na wanawake, and I'm there. Like, anaamuka aneka pillow up, and then he's like, no, there. That was just the most annoying thing ever. Emotional cheating is still cheating.
Yeah.
That's what people don't get. It is still cheating.
The Bible says, even the thought itself, you have seen.
You have sinned, yes. Yeah.
How far did it go?
With the
texting?
Every time I'd find him, because nilikuwa nimemsoma. Like, I knew him. He was my test subject. Like, I would know whenever there was someone new in the picture. I'd know. Naomba nipatie simu.
Na nakupea?
Si ndio mbona asinipe? Yeah, he'd give me the phone and I'm like, who is this? Ni nini sasa mnaanza kuongea hapa? And then he'd stop. Kidogo.
Wewe ngoja kwanza. That is not normal. You expect him of something, unaomba nipatie simu. Na nakupea.
Yeah.
Si ati anang'ana kutoa kitu.
No.
Then he stops. Then he starts.
with someone else now. Not immediately, but after a few, I'm more than, like, I'm not. Yeah, I always knew whenever there was someone in the picture. Always. Yeah. There was always someone in the picture. Now, if it ever got physical, I don't know. I wouldn't know. Probably, I don't know. But I never found evidence of it getting physical. There was only one time I found a picture of him without his shirt on in his camera roll, and I was like, who took this picture? Why do you have a picture of you in bed without a shirt? Na hiyo si kitanda yako. This was one of the times when he was drinking. Yeah.
Hey. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for an incident where the first taste of alcohol after the 1 year.
After the 1 year, it happened in actually December of that year, 2018. Like the entire year he had stayed sober, and then Christmas Day we were at my aunt's. Tuliacha kuwa na Christmas in our place. The last Christmas was the one you had attended, where I was running up and down doing everything and no one is helping. That was the last time I was like, The next time I'm going to enjoy my Christmas. It was not worth it. No, it was not. So that was the first Christmas that we left home. So we had gone to my aunt's place for Christmas. My family, alcohol has always been in the picture. Like from when I was young. You see, the people have soft drinks. In functions, we have alcohol. So it was not something new. It's not something new. And yes, there are alcoholics in our family, but still, they're like, sasa tutawacha kujibamba because you're an alcoholic. Yeah, so at my aunt's there was alcohol. And then he positioned himself in the bar. Yeah, like, okay, you do you. And he drank. He drank, yes, he drank.
And it never stopped?
No, he stopped. He drank just that one day. And then he stopped because I was like, umekunywa pombe. A whole year has gone just like that. It's not like you were stressed. You just drank alcohol. Hivyo tu.
Hivyo tu, and you
like hivyo tu. You know you are a recovering alcoholic, ukakunywa pombe. Hivyo tu. I was pregnant then, so I wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
I was like, hivyo tu. Just like that. Yeah, then the next time he drank, after that December was in April. Now the next year, 2019. Hivyo tu, like. And this entire time, when I was pregnant, I got pregnant in October of 2018. So the entire duration of my pregnancy, I don't know what his problem was, but I don't know why he panicked, or I don't know what happened, but he got into this urgency of making money. I need to get money, I need to make money. And so for him, to make money, to get deals, he had to meet with people in bars. Ati hapo ndo tunaenda kukutana, we're going to make deals, we're going to meet. And I'm like, why are you meeting in a bar? Hata hakuna hoteli yenye mnaweza kukutana, why are you meeting in a bar? So the entire duration I was pregnant, he kept those meetings. He kept them up, I think, every week or several times a week. And he'd even come home at 3 a.m. or he'd not even come home at all. Lakini nilikuwa na stress your time.
3 a.m.
Yes, deals. Sometimes he'd come home sober, sometimes he wasn't sober. And I'd keep telling him, see, in rehab they say, people, places, things. Ukitoka rehab, you can't hang out with the people that you used to hang out with. You can't hang out with these people in the places you used to hang out with. And you cannot do things with these people in these places that you used to hang out with. Yeah. Like that has to stop. But then now he was doing the 3. He was hanging out with these people in bars, wakipiga mastori ati sijui wana watch soccer, wana watch ball sijui nini. I'm like, what are you doing in a bar? What are you doing in a bar? What are you doing in a bar? What are you doing in a bar?
But to him it was just fine.
To him it was okay. He was like, I can handle it. Nakunywa tu soda. I'm like, oh, okay. 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 Then he'd come home drunk.
Okay. You're pregnant, you're seeing the cracks.
And during this time when he wasn't home, his father continuously kept harassing me because by this time his wife had already left. So the
focus.
Yes,
now
itakuja, yes. That time I'm pregnant. Niko na stress, mwingine anashinda kwa bar, ndio huyo mwingine anashinda anakuja kunisumbua. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? And then his brother Koko pia anapiga simu matusi. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Yeah.
His brother?
Yes, his brother.
The team you had?
Yes. Something happened along the way. And everything just went.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
They just flipped.
I got pregnant and everyone flipped. Everyone just changed. Everyone changed.
You were married?
Yes.
What did they expect? Okay.
I don't know. But I don't know. I only gained, was it 2 kgs the entire pregnancy? 2. Actually kept losing weight. I was so stressed. I was so stressed that entire time.
Wacha nikusa ya mwisho. Do you think kuna kitu ingine in this life unaweza pitia yenye inaweza kukubreak good? Because personally I don't think.
Nothing.
I'm trying to comprehend
Nothing.
and put myself in a situation. I cannot go through quarter the shit you've put up with.
Saizi,
kabisa nini inaweza
human beings, I'll just walk away. I'll be like, I do not have time for that.
Kuna kitu inaweza kukutisha wewe roho safi tu.
The only thing that can move me at this point if something happened to my children, you too. But at other human beings, what for?
Fulani alisema, fulani amefanya.
Ni sawa sema tu. Is it affecting me in any way? Is it affecting how I'm making money? Is it affecting how I'm raising my children? Is it affecting our immediate life? If it's gossip, semeni tu.
Kuongea ni free.
What wamesema very many things about me when I left. No, actually part of the reason why that family does not quote unquote like me is because of gossip, things that they were being told and they believed. So tajipanga tu.
You're pregnant? He's broken the 3 principles of rehab. Then there's the dad. Kwanza, how did it escalate to the point of akuja kufieka greenhouse na panga? Like, nini limkasirisha hivyo? Sababu alingoja muende.
No, he was always like that. He was very destructive and violent. He was very destructive and violent. I don't know why or what he got from it, but that's how he was.
Violence ni genetic.
Probably, yes. I actually had my baby prayed over when I was pregnant.
What?
Yes, nilienda kanisa nikaambia pastor, tafadhali.
Usaidia. Wekelea damu.
Tafadhali. Yeah. Before I told the pastor that I did not want this generational whatever that is going on to pass down to my child.
What? Nini ilifanya mother-in-law aende?
She had cancer. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about their mom. No. Oh, this other.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I didn't used to call her my mother-in-law. I don't know, because when I got into that home, the first thing niliambiwa, this is not your mother-in-law. This is your mother-in-law now. Her grave. So I didn't used to call her I used to call her by her name.
So what did they call her? Girlfriend, your father?
She was actually his wife. Like traditionally, they did the traditional wedding. Yeah. Live. Yeah, alikuwa na issues zake. You know, younger wife.
Oh, so she had her own.
Yeah. She didn't used to take care of her husband. She'd come back to the house at midnight.
You don't say.
I used to feed her husband and her children. Like they'd get food from my house because mom hayuko.
Anarudi kwa house at 6 usiku. And this is the man you're talking about, someone who seems like he's a no-nonsense. Hapo anamuogopa?
No.
Ama there's nothing he would do to her?
I don't think there's anything he used to do to her.
But he had the balls kukuinulia mkono.
Yes. Maybe me being short just provokes people. They want to hurt this little person. Maybe, and then I used to keep quiet. I'd keep quiet, and then yes, I was quiet, and then I was keeping to myself, and then I'm short, and then like teremka huyu. Yeah, that's probably why.
Brother-in-law. Out of nowhere.
Yes. No, but for him, he used to talk with that woman, the gossip, the village gossip. So she used to give him information. Most were wrong, so he already had this negative outlook towards me based on what he was being told without finding out if it was true or not. So he used to believe everything she'd say, and then he would attack me. Mtu ako Nairobi anapiga simu, mbona lunch imechelewa? I'm like, I'm like, who is this?
Hold. Ngoja kwanza.
Hey, mbona lunch afadhali imechelewa?
Kuna kitu na process. Ngoja. Man. You're joking.
Yes.
Your brother-in-law is in Nairobi. You're pregnant.
Yes.
You're seeing the cracks already. Kwanza when he started drinking, hizo moja mbili. Uliwaambia?
Yes.
They knew.
Yes.
How did they respond? How did they react? Because to me, rehab is a very big deal. You don't just...
They were threatening him with rehab.
Again?
They were like, utarudi rehab.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sasa, unajua ikifika point yenye mtu anakuuliza mbona lunch imechelewa. You're either my husband, my brother, ama
my father.
Tunaishi nyumba moja. How is that someone that far? How is it their concern? How does it even get there? Mbona lunch ya nani kwanza? Wewe ukitaka kukanja si unakanja. Like hey, si unajua like saa zingine mimi nakanga nasema hai, wewe kunywa juice na queen cake mimi sipiki. Na tunalala. Okay, ulikuwa umeolewa na watu wangapi? Wacha tu niulize.
The entire family. I signed the certificate with one person, but I was married to the entire family. Without my knowledge.
So I'm going to assume ini lunch ya father.
Ati.
Sasa hizo bibi yake ashaepa.
Ashaenda. Yeah. So but the thing is, my husband, he did not protect me from his people from the get-go. Because the first year I used to complain about his dad, but he wouldn't really, ni mzee achana tu na yeye. Yes. And then those village gossip females, they'd say things, and then I'd hear and I'd tell him, what are these now? Because they used to hang out at this female's house for quite a while, and I don't know if something ever happened with those two. Sijui. But this woman did not used to like me at all. So she used to say all these things. Even my niece, the 15-year-old who used to live with me, sometimes she'd go to her house and she would be told so many things about me, and she'd come back and tell me, auntie, nimeambiwa hii na hii na hii na hii. Ni ukweli? Nikamwambia alikuwa anasema hivyo yoyote, ati alikuwa anasema hivyo. Kulikuwa na watu wengine
Like what would she say?
Things like ati
si relative.
No relation whatsoever. But she used to feel like that is her home family.
Did she want to get married there?
That is what I used to ask. I was like, then why? I mean, si ungekuja hapa mbele yangu basi na uishi hapa.
Ni waocha si angekuwa
hapa. For me and her to have a clash, there was a function. There was a time there was a function in the main house. And then she kept coming to my house. She'd come pick things from my house, take to the main house without informing me. Nikamuuliza, hii nyumba ni yangu ama ni yako?
Ngoja kwanza. Unajua uta kuna bonga na community living.
Yeah.
So that was the principle. Kuna function sasa mnasaidiana.
Yeah, alikuwa amekuja kusaidiana.
Sasa si kama ni kusaidiana si anafaa kuambia like we just don't want to guide.
Yes.
Fanya. Anakuja anaingia na chota, anatoa vitu na kupeleka kwa main house.
And the function wasn't even really in my house, it was in the main house. So huko angeingia the main house afanye hivyo, that's okay because ni function ilikuwa huko. But now she was coming to my house, anachukua vitu anapeleka huko na harudishi.
Na uwezi endea.
Na saizo maybe even some things zilikuwa ya za mtoto. Siwezi endea because it's the inatumika sasa.
Alafu did you complain to H?
I told her. Him. No, this was afterwards. Because the function was going on. And it was during the function, alikuwa mimi niko kwa nyumba. So I told her, is this my house or your house? Mbona unachukua vitu bila kuniambia? Makosa. That was where she, like, a line was drawn. Hapo ndo sasa akaanza trash talking me every chance she gets to anyone. I know it doesn't even make any sense.
It doesn't make sense absolutely.
It does not.
Mimi najua kitu moja. Sasa tunaringa bado tena niseme speaking as a married man. The first person you're supposed to shield is your wife.
Yes.
Like hata kama uko na makosa,
yes.
I will shield you from the world, then nitadeal na wewe kwa nyumba.
Yes. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
So aka mwanamke aka ndio the pivot of all this takataka na ndio alikuwa na antenna, yeye ndio broadcast.
Yes.
How did it get to the point of your brother-in-law calling you and telling you chakula cha kuomba mpaka sasa hiyo kitu ndio?
See, she used to give information. She used to give him information.
Let's take back. How did it get to that point sasa unapikia father?
Again, my husband akaamua ati it will be our duty because he's the last born and he's home, so akaamua I will take that mandate. This is him saying I will take it, but then he didn't take it. He took it and then passed it over to me.
Basically, he pointed. Paule.
Yes.
That is because girlfriend ya tumite dad. Dad ameenda.
Yes.
So mnamchunga.
Yes.
But isn't it supposed to be appreciative and unajua like unamchunga? So it's all about family.
That even became, it opened up some door. He, you know, like it made it seem like I was also his like little wife. So now he could talk to me however way he wants. He could do whatever he wanted because after all, si wewe na Nilisha, so si inamaanisha she's like my wife. I know it doesn't make any sense at all. All that was going on.
Everything is provided for.
Yes.
By your husband or by the extended family because you're not taking care of their dad?
Everyone had to chip in.
Oh, so it gives them the right?
Yes, now it gave them the entitlement. Yes. Hadi naambiwa sahani moja tu inakushinda aje kumchunga. Sahani moja tu. How?
Do they actually know what you are going through?
Do they care?
The brother-in-law called you na kukwambia chakula imechelewa. Is he married?
Yes.
Hana shida zake za marriage na
No,
bibi yake.
I don't know.
Because I don't know how idle I have to be.
To call your brother's wife and start.
I don't know how idle I have to be to put this deep into someone else's problem.
Yes.
Kama saizi, my own, let me say my own family, my own flesh and blood. People are going through things. I'm going through things. We have a very slim line between the shit I can take from my sister and the shit I can give her. In fact, unafika mahali unasikia we stop with holding. Talk. Sasa tunaambia nanga hivyo. Mtu tu wako tu uko out of nowhere ati
That was not even something big.
Aya, tumalizane na incident ya chakula kuchelewa. What actually happened?
She called him. I don't know what she meant, or I don't know what had happened, but food had already been taken. He had already been served food.
What time approximately?
It was around 1.
Oh, that's lunch.
Yeah, that's lunch. He had already been taken food. Sasa sijui huyu ni kama hakuona chakula imechukuliwa. Amepigiana simu, hey, hata father hajakula, hajapewa chakula. By the main road, she used to stay there and sell potatoes.
Oh, Mama Viazi.
Yes.
You are kidding.
Yes. The eyes and ears of that compound.
No, Mama Viazi go highway.
Yes.
Okay. So you're not a feed brother, no information.
Yes, eyes and ears.